have been telecasted on this media, and in future also this would be notified to be retelecasted. I now invite our chair of Ayurveda Short Film Festival, Professor Dr. Mamta Bhagwat, for the introduction of our chief guest and also welcoming our juries and for the prelude of ASFF. Yeah, we'll formally inaugurate our session by by lighting the lamp and also watering the holy plant Tulsi.
Good morning, everybody. It's really making me overwhelmed to have this function over here. Let's start. We have begun the function with lighting the lamp. Let's also start with invoking Lord Dhanvantari because it is Ayurveda Film Show Festival. So, everybody, please keep your back straight and close your eyes and join with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Shri Mahavishnave Namaha Shri Mahavishnave Namaha Namaha. Heartiest welcome to all. First of all, I would like to welcome all our dignitaries and the audience, media people together. It's my privilege to have Dr. Arvind C. Ranade, who is gracing our program as chief guest today. And to introduce him, it is actually going to be a huge profile. I have cut it short, sir. to save time. With your permission. Dr. Arvind C. Ranade is an Executive Director of Indian National Science Academy, INSA, since May 2022. Earlier, he was working as a scientist for astronomy and science communication in Vigyan Prasad, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He did his PhD and he is continuing with all the scientific activities. He is actively involved in writing popular science articles and scientific columns in print media and contributes as a subject expert in various electronic media. He was involved in the publications and production of audio and video programs in Vigyan Prasar. He is an awardee of Acharya Shri by Vipin Joshi Foundation of Itarsi, Madhya Pradesh, and Irada Vigyan Puraskar by the Educational Research and Development Academy of Latur. He represents India at various international conferences, also in abroad. He was the founder and national coordinator of the National Science Film Festival and competition conducted by Vigyan Prasar. He coordinated and conducted the largest practical science lesson event of breaking the Guinness Book World Record by conducting chemistry practical by 2,000 students during the India International Science Festival in the year 2015. He was the national coordinator of the Vigyan Prasar network of Science Club, which is network of about 4,000 clubs. He was the editor of monthly magazine BIPNET Curiosity. He is the convener general of national level talent search examination named Vidyarthi Vigyan Manthan. And I am very proud to say my daughter also has assigned into it. He is serving in various capacities of advisory boards of NCERT, NISC PR, JNU and planetariums, etc. He is a life member of Astronomical Society of India, Meteorological Society of India and Indian Science Congress Association. He is the National Secretary of Vigyan Bharati also. Vigyan Bharati is the mother institute of World Ayurveda Foundation, in which we are all getting together over here. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you, sir, for this program. And I know how he is busy, and with all his schedules, he had made time for us. I request Dr. Jasmine to give away the bouquet to Arvindji and welcome. Thank you. We have 7 juries with us. 2 more are yet to join. And it gives me actually overwhelming feeling inside my heart to welcome all our juries who had been with us for a long time. And they are all very busy, and it makes me proud to invite them and welcome them to our program. I welcome Shri Bhaskar Hazarika ji for this program, and I ask Dr. Namita to give away a bouquet. Dr. Bhaskar Hazarika ji is so humble. I asked him, sir, please give me a profile, and he gave me a very small paragraph. Sir, please add something more. He added one more sentence. Is this sufficient, Mamta ji? That shows his simpleness. Sir, we welcome you, sir. I welcome Shri Nimish Kapoor ji for this program as our jury and also guest. And I request Dr. Ritesh ji to hand over a bouquet and formally welcome. We have all our juries' detailed introduction followed by we have with us a very renowned filmmaker, Shri Nandan Kudyari ji. A warm welcome to sir. I request Dr. Mohsin ji to hand over a bouquet and welcome, sir. We have our Ayush TV executive Shri Nagesh ji with us, who is live streaming all our World Ayurveda Congress programs in Ayush TV. I request Dr. Shreyas to hand over a bouquet and welcome, sir. We are supposed to have Shri Ishwar ji and Dr. Rakesh Sharma ji also with us, and they'll be joining us. They are in media briefing program for tomorrow's event, which is going to happen in a big way. So we are expecting them shortly. And I welcome all our audience, senior guests, and also the participants who made this program very colorful indeed by sending their films to this competition. Rather than a competition, we would like to make it as a best media. We have one more jury, Dr. Nagaraj Kamath. He is very young fellow, but very enthusiastic and very creative mind. So when I asked his senior colleague in SDM Hasan College, he recommended Dr. Nagaraj, who is very, very lively in all these activities. So Dr. Nagaraj, and I request Dr. Santosh ji to give bouquet and formally welcome Dr. Nagaraj. I welcome all the media people over here, and I also welcome all the audience present over here. Now I would like to move on to the background of this ASFF, how it was framed. What it was way back in the month of June first week. Our Chief Organizing Secretary Chandrasekhar Nayarji called me, and Mamtaji, we are planning to host Ayurveda Film Festival also. Can you lead? That was the question asked. And yes, it was a challenge for me also, because it is going to happen for the first time ever in the Ayurveda fraternity as a film festival. And World Ayurveda Congress is also hosting this for the first time. So yes, I readily agreed. It was completely a way apart from my usual curriculum of academics and clinics and being with patients. So I agreed still, because that is the best way to reach common people. Visual media is so effective to reach the common people. So we framed a committee. I joined and Dr. Jasmine and Dr. Shreyas as convener and co-convener, and we took help of Nimish ji. He, having an experience of conducting various science film festivals, he gave the background how we have to frame. And taking all those guidelines from him, we framed how it can be planned in Ayurvedic way. That's how we started working out. And you have seen in the brochure we have framed 10 criteria also of judging, right? And that was completely with the background of Ayurvedic mindset. What Ayurveda Film Festival should have to reach the common public. And how this was planned. And it is not easy to have all these films together. They cannot come into the venue and directly hand over the film. That will be chaotic. And we have to ask for the abstract to be submitted, and then we have to see the film. How it has to be done. So I asked the tech background to prepare a module for submission of abstracts and 45 seconds of your film clip. That was done. And we, astonishingly, surprisingly, we have received 52 abstracts. And in other, fields, maybe 52 is a very less number, but it is a short film festival which is happening for the first time in Ayurveda. So 52 is a good number. And we had 52 abstracts, and out of that, we all committee members sat together, and then I'm very happy to welcome Shri Ishwarji also to our program. I request my daughter here, who is the youngest in the community, Kshama, to hand over bouquet to Ishwarji and welcome. Go there. She is a teenager and she is watching all Ayurveda activities going on. And then we prepared a module for submission, and we started inviting the abstracts. Now the question was how to select the juries. We framed again 4 criteria for that. We need a scientific background person, correct? It is Ayurveda Film Festival, so we need someone from Ayurveda background. It has to reach the media and maximum public, general public, so we need a media person, correct? And also we need someone who can coordinate all these, who has got the idea of both these areas, different areas. So we called film directors. Shri Bhaskar Hazarika ji is there. He is from film background. Shri Nandan Kudia ji is there. He is also from film background. It is a film festival, so we need people from film background also. So we have 2 of the very eminent directors. Bhaskar ji is national award winner, and Nandan ji is also award winner. So we have 2 of them here from film background as juries. We have Nimish ji as science background person, and also Ishwar ji as science background and media background. We want media person, we have Nagesh ji. And we also want to have Ayurveda background. We have Shri Dr. Rakesh Sharma ji and Dr. Nagraj ji. And this was the idea to have jury panel. And this has taken in 2 stages, nomination and also awarding. Nomination was done with the shortlisted films, and juries have watched all 25 shortlisted films, and they have allotted the marks. And later on, all the marks allotted to each film have been circulated among them. We have a group with the juries. It was circulated, and all the juries know their marks allotted being presented over there. And in that, the highest ordered 15 films are selected. I'm so happy to welcome Dr. Rakesh Sharma ji over here. I request Dr. Mohsin to hand over a bouquet. So we allotted 10 marks for each criteria. For 10 criteria, 10 marks, total 100, and total marks were calculated, and the highest scoring films are selected, and everything has been circulated among the juries also, and the entire committee also knows, with all confidentiality, without the participants being noted for this. We didn't want any participant to know this, how the scoring is done by the juries. They have done it, and it is taken as it is. And then we have reached here, and 15 films are going to be screened from 11 o'clock onwards, and we are going to complete probably by 4:30, and final scores are also again aggregated, and the awarded movies will be announced later in the awarding program. So this is the background of ASFF we have. This is how it is framed, and I know many of the participants have asked for transparency. I have announced everything what we have done. There should not be any, you should not feel that there is a hidden agenda or some lobby going on. We wanted to cut lobbies and all these kinds of activities as minimum as possible, at least nil. We have tried for that, and we have been successful so far. So with that, I conclude, and again welcome to all. We'll proceed with the program.
Thank you so much, Mamta ji, and as very good morning to all. As Madam said, we had two panels of jury. One was nomination panel, and another is today rewarding jury, who will be scoring the today's screening of the film. So very brief introduction about our jury members. First of all, it's my pleasure to introduce Bhaskar Hazarika ji. He is a national award winning writer and filmmaker from Assam, India, and his debut feature film Kothanodi, I hope I am pronouncing it correctly, Kothanodi, The River of Fables, which means, was premiered at the Busan International Film Festival in 2015. His sophomore feature Amis, which means Ravening, has its world premiere at 2019 Tribeca Film Festival in the International Narrative Competition section. Bhaskar ji is also the writer and producer of the Assamese comedy film Imuthi Puthi, A Very Fishy Trip, which was released in June 2022, very recently. He has also written several serials for television and presently also writes many digital series for OTT platforms such as Netflix and Sony Live. We are very much fortunate enough to have you over here, sir, as a jury member. Once again, we welcome you, sir. Next, it's again my privilege to introduce Nimish Kapoor ji. Very brief introduction I will be giving. Nimish ji is a science communicator, science writer and certified fact verification trainer working as a scientist with Vignan Prasar for the last 18 years. At present, as Scientist E, he is leading the India Science Wire, Indian Science News and Feature Service, popular science publications, science film festivals and capacity building programs in science communication, community radio program and scope, that is science and technology communication, popularization and its extension, Vignan Bharati project in Dogri, Kashmiri and Urdu, that is in 3 languages. He is the editor of Hindi section of Dream 2047, a bilingual monthly magazine. He has edited more than 25 books and 3 coffee table books as a part of a publication program of Vignan Prasar, written more than 300 articles, book chapters and review papers on various aspects of science communication, more than 250 talks and scripts contributed to All India Radio, Discovery Channel and Doordarshan, moderated live discussions on S&T issues and national importance for AIR News and FM Gold. He is conducting the National and International Science Film Festival of India, flagship event of Vignan Prasar. He has conceptualized and initiated various capacity building and skill development programs to promote the culture of science communication and science films in Indian universities, schools and mass communication institutes. He is a member of decision-making bodies with various national and international institutions, associated as member of Board of Studies and guest faculty of Science Communication with various universities and media schools. Earlier to Vignan Prasar, he was associated as a science journalist, television programmer and anchor with various television channels. He has produced and directed approximately 1,000 hours of non-fiction television software in Enadu Television, ETV UP of Ramoji Film City, Hyderabad. He has been recognized for science communication with many awards such as Gold Medal in 1997 for media writing by Lucknow Christian College, Lucknow, and many more in his cap. Thank you so much, Sir Nimish ji, for being here with us and being here since the beginning of this concept. Next, again, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce Nandan Kudyadi ji, who is again with us over here. He has more than 70 documentaries to his credit on varied subjects. Several of them have won top national awards and have been screened at various international film festivals like Cinema du Rire, Paris, Tokyo, Brussels, Vancouver, Busan, Hawaii, Karlovy Vary, and many others. He has talked about film Rasa Yatra, much talked about film Rasa Yatra, won the Golden Lotus National Award for the best non-feature film in the year 1995. Please give a big hand for that. For its sensitive and imaginative transposition of music into a dignified cinematic expression. It also won the jury special mention at the Brussels Festival. It was chosen for the NHK Asian Film Festival at Tokyo, as also for the Indomania Film Festival at Paris. It has travelled all over the world as part of the NetPac Asian Discovery Selection 1996. Nandan Kudyadi graduated from Faculty of Fine Arts, MS University of Baroda, before specializing in film direction at the various Film and Television Institute, especially at Pune. He has worked with celebrated international filmmakers like Michelangelo Antonioni and Zanussi, apart from Manikol and Ketan Mehta. So Srinivas Ramanujan, the mathematician and his legacy, the multiple award-winning documentary, had the following citations with him. The film is an excellent example of how the abstruse work of a mathematical genius may be cinematically rendered for lay audiences. As a director of ISB&M School of Media, he conceptualized and established the PG program in media management. He was the senior professor of film direction at Whistling Woods International, promoted by the Bollywood icon Subhash Ghai. Until a few years ago, he was academic council member of the Film and Television Institute of India, Pune, and now a senior visiting faculty. Once again, we welcome you over here, sir. We are very fortunate to have you over here. I want to briefly introduce our another jury member, Dr. Nagaraj Kamath. He completed his undergraduation from Sri Dharmasala Manjunatheshwara Ayurveda College and Hospital, Kottapalli, Udupi in the year 2012. He has won the Virendra Hegde Award and Jivak Award for the academic excellence. He completed his post-graduation in Department of Kriya Sharir from Sri Dharmasala Ayurveda College and Hospital, Hassan in the year 2015. He is presently working as Associate Professor and Assistant Head in the Department of Kriya Sharir and Dean Innovation and Skill Development at the same college. He has presented more than 30 papers in different national and international state level seminars, delivered more than 50 guest lectures. He has in his pocket more than 112 research and review publications. He is also the editorial board member in different journals. He has been awarded with Asia Book of Records and Indian Book of Records for the highest number, that is 50 publications in different fields of Ayurveda in a short period of time, that is in 1 year, 10 months. He is Kalam's and Vajra Book of World Records holder and International Book of World Record holder for authoring world's first detailed Android app on Ayurveda physiology, Kriya Sparsham. He has authored more than 12 books till date. Few textbooks to mention are Essentials of Kriya Sharir and Kriya Sharir Made Easy. So 2 digital books also under his name, Suvarna Sangraha and Kriya Darpana. He is Head of Media Unit, Innovation and Skill Development Unit at SDM-CH Hassan. He has done cinematography and editing of more than 250 videos posted in official social media platforms at Hassan. He is awarded even the Best Teacher Award in 2021 by Hassan College. Thank you so much, sir, again for being with us since beginning. I will request Dr. Shreyas to continue with the introduction. Thank you all.
Thank you, madam. We have another very important guests amongst us, Professor Vaidya Rakesh Sharma, present designation as President, Board of Ethics and Registrations for NCISM. Sir is a commission member of NCISM New Delhi. Sir has graduated from the Bombay University and stood first in University for Mumbai in BAMS and had completed MD from Gujarat Ayurveda University. Sir is also a PhD holder in the year 1998 Mumbai University. Sir has more than 26 years of teaching experience with 36 years of clinical experience. And sir has various awards. A few of them to name is Ratan Sadasya Award from Rashtriya Ayurveda Vidyapeeth by National Academy of Ayurveda, Ministry of Ayush in the year 2021. And also in the presence of Honorable President of India, Ayurveda Maharshi Award was given by Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan, dated on 29th May 2022. Sir has also a vast administrative experience as chairperson of IEC of Shri Krishna Ayush University Kurukshetra, Director Ayurveda, Director Punjab Health Systems Corporation, Chairman of Admission Committee of Ayush Systems of Guru Ravidas Ayurveda University, Chairman Board of Ayurveda and Unani Systems of Medicine, Member Secretary State Drug Advisory Committee, Vice Chairman Punjab State Faculty of Ayurvedic and Unani Medicines, and many more. Sir has many memberships to his account, like member of Ministry of Ayush Committee, which formulated the guidelines for Ayurveda immunity boosting measures for self-care during COVID-19 crisis. Sir is a member governing body of Rashtriya Ayurveda Vidyapeeth and Board of Management of Guru Ravidas Ayurveda University, and Sir has many publications as well as many achievements as Director of Ayurveda during his tenure. We welcome you so much, sir, on this event. Our next jury and our guest, that is Dr. Shri K.P. Ishwar, Director, Academic and Development Communication Services. Ishwarji has work experience of about 30 years in the development sector, including science and technical communication. He began his career in 1991 with Tata Energy Research Institute, New Delhi, now known as the Energy and Resources Institute. In his 18 years of work life with TERI, where headed the publishing division, his primary work areas comprised energy, environment, biotechnology, industry, and on issues connected with climate change and sustainable development. After quitting TERI in 2007, he joined Laserwords, a company under the Murugappa Group in Chennai, as General Manager, Editorial Division. He headed a team of about 100 science and technical editors at Laserwords, serving international publishers of science, technical and mathematics, books and journals such as Macmillan, Elsewhere, Blackwell and Pearson's. In 2009, he started his own firm called ADCS, which provides communication and publication support to various UN agencies, state and central government R&D institutions, central ministries, and a few bilateral development agencies such as Swiss Agency for Development and Cooperation, German Technical Cooperation Agency, and Japan International Cooperation Agency. The Ayurveda sector is close to his heart and has been providing communication and publishing support to the World Ayurveda Foundation, Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, Foundation for Revitalization of Local Health Traditions Bengaluru, MS Swaminathan Research Foundation Chennai, etc. ADCS has also produced over 100 documentary films in the past 10 years or so. So welcome you, sir. And our another guest, Shri Nagesh Y Desai, native of Bagalkot district of Karnataka state. Sir has graduated his BCom and journalism, having more than 18 years of experience in television media from Karnataka, worked as program coordinator, program director, popular voiceover artist for lots of Kannada ads, documentaries, ad film making, script writer and popular anchor, promo and creative head, presently working with Ayush TV as program head. It is one of the world's first satellite channel for Karnataka, Bengaluru, which is promoting Ayush system of medicines and lifestyle. Under the guidance of Shri Hari Krishna, who is the MD of Ayush TV, successfully running its 6th year celebration of Ayush TV. Through this, very soon Ayush TV is launching Ayush TV Hindi. Through Ayush TV, creates awareness of Ayush systems of medicine and its importance to health. Through this, try to make disease-free India. We welcome you, sir. So now I request Dr. Mamata Madam to take over the dais.
I'll give a note on the films which are selected for final screening. It's a film, The Journey of Exploring Ayurveda. And then we have selected one more, Ayur Manaha, Shatayu Dinacharya. Third one, Ayurveda, Connecting the Living Dots. Then we have the film Road to Recovery. Then we have New 5G, A Threat in the Era. Sustainable Harvesting of Medicinal Herbs as our next film. Then it goes as Patashala as the next film. Then Swarna, ninth one, A Scientific and Singing Transformation of Woman as the next film. We have also Immunity, Balam as our next film. One more as Emotions. Dr. Ayu, Reach Ayurveda to Each. That is another. Mananam is the next one. And we have the last one as Aharastra. So these are the 15 films which are selected. And we have all of, two are missing today because of some family commitments and personal commitments, which is inevitable for them. So we have all our other finalists here. And we wish all the very best to all the finalists. And we will be having the screening of all these films immediately after the inaugural program. And now I take the privilege of welcoming and inviting Dr. Aravind C. Ranadeji to give and address all of us.
Dhanyavad Mamtaji. I think I am loud enough to be heard in the different corners of this Audi. Audi is also not that way big, right? Oh, is it? But it is not working, unfortunately. It's okay. It's okay. A very warm good morning to all of you. I am standing here with the two different responsibilities. One as a chief guest of this function, and at the same time I am also being a national secretary of an Vigyana Bharati, which is the I would say the basic idea of having this World Ayurveda Foundation and in a way the World Ayurveda Congress. So I got a double responsibility to speak
Check.
about I got a double responsibilities to speak on the two different issues. Number one, when it comes to the Swadeshi science, and I think when we are sitting in a Ayurveda Congress, I really don't need to specify what the Swadeshi science is all about. And of course, when it comes to the Swadeshi science, I really feel privileged to be part of an organization which has been initiated with the idea of having a Swadeshi science or a Swadeshi Vigyan. Especially when we talk about the science in the global context, you will always find there is a large debate on speaking about how can be science and Swadeshi. But I think Ayurveda is a good example to speak about when it comes to the Swadeshi science. And especially after the Honorable Prime Minister of the Bharat, when he has made 21st June as an International Yoga Day, the yoga also comes to the lifestyle of the people across the globe. And that originates from the Bharat. And it obviously gives a chance to speak about an organization which by itself, by its heart, by its brain, speak about the Swadeshi science. And it started in the year 1991 with the visionary Professor I.K. Vasu, whose idea was to speak about a Swadeshi science. And one of the important idea of Bharat is, it's more than the science, it's an emotion and it's a fact which is attached, which does not allow to think for a particular person or a particular community when we have the philosophy of a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. When we speak about everything, we speak about the everyone on the globe. And when it gives rise to the idea that when we speak, when we work, when we do the work, it's for the benefit of the humanity. And with the same idea, Vigyana Bharati started working in the different field of the science. And with the help of various people who become responsible to take these organizations in the national level, today we have a presence in 36 different prants, which encompass almost the entire part of the country. And when we look at the origin and the facts and the program that we talk about, which are unique in itself, whether it is a Bharati Vigyan Sammelan, because you see, perhaps only after a certain huge gap in the political scenario also, we started speaking about the importance of a regional language, which I think Vigyana Bharati has thought about it quite well in advance. And we started a Bharati Vigyan Sammelan, which is a platform to speak about the science sitting in a different part of the country, which has its unique importance. And we are very happy to say that Vigyana Bharati plays an important role even in the policy framework in the present context. In fact, we also have an important role in a national education policy, which helps us to make importance for the different regional and I would say the different mother tongues. And now everyone speaks about it, but unfortunately it's going to take a long time in the days to come, because even in the audience, I do not know how many of our children are really going in our regional language schools. We are largely been dominated with the Western culture. Even today, after 75 years of India's independence, when we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, I still wonder how many of we still have those, and in fact, Honorable Prime Minister from the Red Fort spoke about it, that we need to think differently, we have to come out of that. And I give you 3 examples for it. Largely right now I am taking the help of an English because I want to communicate in the best manner, because I could see the people who are here may not be able to understand the Marathi, which is my own real language. I know I can communicate in my original language, in my mother tongue, to the best of my possibilities, but Britishers have made us plight to speak me in English. Otherwise, I would have been very happy. But that change has to be brought in our culture. Then only the idea of a Vigyana Bharati is going to play a very important role. If you look at the developed countries across the globe, those countries have developed to the highest possible level. When they speak, they work, they do their life in their own mother tongue. I don't need to speak about it. When you count at least the first few countries, they speak about, they learn, they study, they do the research in their mother language. And that's why the importance of the regional language has been an important and heart of the Vigyana Bharati. And that's why we call it as a Swadeshi Vigyana. Isn't something which is important. And when I'm addressing the gathering at the Ayurveda Congress, I really don't need to specify about it. And that's the reason we speak, we make sure that this particular aspect, which is perhaps not been considered in a forefront by the government of India, or maybe to the extent of some certain state governments as well. So Bharati Vigyan Sammel is one of the programs that we are highly focusing on. And I'm very happy to say that Vigyana Bharati is the first organization who has started this World Ayurveda Congress. And when it comes to the Swadeshi science, I consider this Ayurveda is not only an kind of a medicinal practice which only give the healing and makes you fit, but ensures that how you can remain fit throughout your life. And that's where the idea of Ayurveda needs to be communicated to the global aspect. And I consider the 9th World Ayurveda Congress has made it possible by initiating and starting Science Film Festival, in a more specific Ayurveda Film Festival in the 9th edition of World Ayurveda Congress. I do remember, when it comes to the film festival, Vigyan Prasar at the national level has taken this initiative in a very big way. We started this Science Film Festival in the year 2010. And we got associated with the Indian Science Congress. Fortunately, I was being given this responsibility to be part of an organizing the similar kind of a festival. And I still remember that was the year 2010, along with the 97th edition of Indian Science Congress, which happened at SRM University in Chennai. So, Mamta ma'am, when you say in your first film festival you got, Ayurveda Film Festival, you got a 52 entries, let me also iterate, in our first Science Film Festival, we also got a 57 entries to start with. Later on, Mr. Nimish Kapoor has started taking the responsibility of such film festival, which he has taken to the different height, and I understand now that film festival gets more than 700 entries. So I'm pretty sure that in the days to come, because Ayurveda has gone beyond the India, beyond the Bharat, and it has become, when I looked at the kind of participation in the 9th World Ayurveda Congress, I come to know more than 60 countries are participating in such World Ayurveda Congress. So I'm sure that in the days to come, you are going to have entries, at least half of those countries. They will realize, because as Mamtaji has said, and the whole jury, which almost everyone I know, they are the, in every personality has its own importance and significance and intelligence, who will evaluate such films on the different parameters. And in days to come, I am pretty sure that this festival will be looked after as one of the upcoming event where the best talent to communicate the Ayurveda to the common people is going to be awaited a very long the moment, because this is not the annual event, please remember. This is biannual. It happens every alternate year. So you got a span of 2 years producing the films. That's why I was asking Mamtaji, when it happened last, I get to know that last World Ayurveda Congress happened in Ahmedabad was in the year 2019. Sorry, 2018. And unfortunately, because of the COVID, it couldn't take place very immediately, which was supposed to be in 2020. And that makes the 4 years gap, and for that matter, when it comes to a very specific topic of an Ayurveda, having 52 entries, I consider it is a very marvelous start when it comes to the idea of communicating the subject matter to the vast section of the society. And I'm pretty sure in the days to come, this World Ayurveda Congress will also be looked as a platform where the best producers, best directors, and best script writers will get an opportunity. And that's why I was asking Mamtaji in the beginning, how many awards that you have kept. I'm pretty sure the kind of the juries that is there, they will be interested to have more prizes when it comes to the best writing, best script writers, best cinematography in a different variety of the aspect of the filmmaking. Very true. It's going likely to happen. And I must say that after 2010, this film festival has become a part of various programs. And here I could see Samir Patil, who is a secretary, who is a treasurer of Goa Vigyan Parishad. They have also adopted or started the film festival in Goa. It's been known as an SCIFI, Science Film Festival of India. And that too also has reached to a now a pinnacle, saying that the entire state of Goa waits for this event every year. And the same premises where we are sitting, I have been witnessing that festival as well almost every year. Perhaps Samirji can correct me if I am wrong. But every year, whenever I come to this particular location, I find that this festival brings a unique film, gives an opportunity to the students to understand the different aspect and importance of the filmmaking, whether it is a communication of science, whether it is subject matter expertise, whether it is communicating based on the present highest modern technologies. So film Though it is one of the medium to communicate, but it invites different parameters, right from the technology to the knowledge domains to the everything that it comes. And that's why I said this could be possible only by an organization like Vijnana Bharati, who has a visionary thinking how to make use of the best possible things for the people of the country. And that is where, when we speak about the Swadeshi science, we always feel very privileged to speak about, especially in the context of making India a knowledge superpower. When we would like to have such a dream, action has to be in a similar orientation. And I consider by having such kind of programs in the various congress, like for example in this World Ayurveda Congress, which has started this year, especially in the context of the World Ayurveda Film Festival, I'm pretty sure the best of the knowledge of this part of the globe is going to be taken in a different corners of the world, by which India will remember for not only the knowledge domain, but the expertise in communicating and making the vibrancy in every aspect of it. So as a National Secretary of Vijnana Bharati, I really feel those who are listening to this, perhaps today we are organizing this festival in a very small audience, but the time is going to come, perhaps we'll have to have many such auditoriums to have run this show in parallel in a different films, kind of an campus. And this gives me an opportunity to really appreciate the time given by the jury when I look at the Rakesh Sharma ji, who has been a pioneer not only in the subject domain, but making the effective communication. KP Ishwarji, I know personally. He is the one who has guided me when we started the Vidyarthi Vigyan Manthans national level program, starting with the effective way of communications by producing the, what we call it as a best prospectus or the brochure. Some of Hazarika ji is new to me. Well, in a down the line, I will be getting more opportunities to know him well. Nikamji is also first time to me, but I know Nandan Kudiadi ji perhaps now more than 10 years, more than 12 years now, because I do remember in the first film festival, he was the one whose film was being screened. And it's really good that the people like Nandanji is part of this festival, who has a wide experience, not only in communicating the subject with the effective manner, but the nuances of filmmaking that he understands it quite well. And I do remember the first film, this Enigma of Ramanujan, right? That was the film which was being screened in the 2010 when we had this film, this in Indian Science Congress on SRM University, Chennai. Of course, Nimish is my colleague in Vigyan Prasar, and now he is taking this Vigyan Prasar's Film Festival on a different platform. He has a very wide experience. He is coming from the media field, and I'm sure his presence is going to take such film festival on a different heights by his own experience, by making the contribution in different formats of the filmmaking. Of course, Nagesh ji is the first time I'm meeting you, but in a down the line, we will be having more such opportunities to work together. I can tell the audience who is I would say the youngsters who would like to be in a days to come a good film producer. I think what is more important of this particular platform is communicating the subject is one aspect of it, but understanding its nuances, right from writing a beautiful script, making the people's attention and keep the viewer to watch what you are trying to communicate to the duration of what you have been proposing. These are the best way of making the audience, the listeners, the viewers to understand your subject matter. And I consider by this mechanism, by such kind of a platform in the World Ayurveda Congress, is going to make such film producers, especially in the domain of Ayurveda. And that is where we as a Vijnana Bharati also look forward, because this is a Swadeshi science and which we would like to have a more effective at the global scale. And with this, I really wish all of you to have a wonderful time today. Please do watch all the films. Jury will do their job. Please accept when juries are of such eminence. Let's not debate on the last stage which was correct, which was wrong, because let's give them a respect, understands their expertise, and based on the work that they have been performed for so many years, because ultimately juries are bound to take an actions wherever needed, irrespective of what the public opinion is. So with that, I really have a great regards to the jury. I wish all of them a wonderful time, and to the viewers also, watch those films and please propagate this festival in the different platforms and the different part of the country, so that this festival gets to a new and different heights. I really thanks to the organizer for giving this opportunity to speak about this particular initiative at this platform, and I will be part of it as long as I really find there is a new things which are going to come for making myself more and more knowledgeable, more and more enthusiastic about the work. Thank you so much. Namaskar. Dhanyavad.
Thanks so much, Shri Arvind ji, for your encouragement and also the wishes and blessings for Ayurveda Short Film Festival 2022. I now request our chair of the session, the whole event, Dr. Mamta Bhagwat, to felicitate our chief guest. Thank you, madam. With this, we are at the verge of the inaugural function will be coming to an end, and I request Dr. Jasmine, who is the convener, to give the vote of thanks.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shreyas sir. So it gives me immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks on behalf of Ayurveda Short Film Festival. So first of all, I would like to thank Vignan Bharati, because the concept of this short film festival was totally conceptualized by this. So we are very much thankful to Vignan Bharati for this. Next, we want to like to thank World Ayurveda Foundation for making this a possibility and helping us throughout the event. Next, I want to thank Chandrasekhar ji, who was with us and guided us, because it was a first of its kind Ayurveda Short Film Festival. So it guided us throughout. I want to thank our jury panelist, nomination jury, as well as the main reward jury today. I will say immense thanks to Ishwar ji, Nimish Kapoor ji, Nagraj Kamath ji, Nagesh Desai ji, who were involved in the nomination jury panel. And today's jury panel, respected Rakesh Sharma ji, Sri Nandan Kudyadi ji, Nagraj Kamath ji, Nimish Kapoor ji, and none other than Bhaskar Hazarika ji. So we are very much thankful that they had accepted our invitee to be the guest. And we cannot forget to thank from the bottom of our heart our chief guest, Arvind Ranade ji, because from the busy schedule he came to us and he gave such a revolutionary vision about the film festivals in Ayurveda. We are very much thankful to you, sir, to be over here. We want to thank all the participants of this short film festival, because all have done tremendous work in making the films, and the success behind this Ayurveda short film festival is only because of you all participants. So we want to thank you all a lot. And the finalists, the 15 nominated, we want to say all the best to you also, and very much thankful to you. Lastly, I want to thank Mamta ji, who is the chairperson of the Ayurveda Short Film Festival, and my team, Dr. Shreyas. We three have been working this since long for this. And yes, the co-chair Nagraj ji, also Nimish ji. He's the initial video calling or Zoom meeting was with Nimish ji only, and he guided us throughout. So we are, from the bottom of our heart, we are very much thankful. I want also to thank the manager of ESG Auditorium, Raneji, our great volunteers, Florida and Renita, who are over here, and all the team, the social media team over here. We are very much thankful. Thank you all once again.
Okay, thank you. Kindly note, I request the award juries, the 5 award juries, to be present throughout the screening, and I also request all the 7 juries who are here to be present by 5 p.m. to give your reviews. With this, with the permission of the chair, I will declare the inaugural function to be over. Yeah, we'll be starting the screening in few minutes, followed by, after which we'll have a lunch break, and the remaining films would be screening. Right now? Now is it? Now coffee down. Okay. So you have a coffee break at the art gallery now for 10 minutes. You can have that and come for the film screening. Hi.
We'll take outside now.
Okay. I'll show you the film. Huh? Hold on.